What is your name?
Jeff.
Jeff. And this is your lovely daughter next to you?
She's my younger daughter, yes.
What's your name, young lady? Sarah, mother of many. And how many do you have?
We have three.
What are their names?
Joshua is
Joshua,
my young
how
son.
old? How old is
My middle, Joshua is going to be 12.
What does he want to do? Do you know? That boy is... what?
I think right now he desires to go in the military of the other 40 things he wants.
He wants to be a YouTuber. He wants to do lots of
because he's going to be very
player
successful. That
Yeah.
boy is going to make some serious money.
Yeah.
That boy is going to, I'm telling you, he's like a machine. He gets fervor, gets a fever to go do things. He just has it inside of him, and he will succeed. He will. I do feel sorry for the woman that attaches herself to him because he's exhausted, because he wants to live 5 lives in one. But
That's Joshua.
yeah, and he loves speed. He likes nice fancy cars, but he's not the most generous person. I want to warn you. He will spend your money and keep his. I promise you. He's very careful. Why are you knocking on her? Say what you want to say and go. I'm talking. Speak and get done. Go. Speak.
No.
The car key. You want the key for the car?
already.
Such a child. I love children. How old is he?
Almost 12.
12. Is he married?
Not quite yet.
You're not married, Josh?
No.
Did you have a girlfriend?
No.
Keep it like that.
Yes.
He's got sport in him on it. He's got a gift for sport, this boy. And the best thing in his life is to be part of some sort of sport because he's got too much energy. Even his bed is all messed up in the morning. He can't sleep still. It's just very busy. Okay, and the second one?
Our middle daughter is Rebecca, and she's 14.
Rebecca is 14.
Yeah.
And he's 12, you said?
He's the youngest.
Oh, he's the youngest,
Yeah.
okay. You started at the bottom. That's weird.
Yes.
Sheesh, what kind of person are you? Start in the bottom. Rebecca is in the middle. She's very dependable. You can really rely on her. She's going to always do what's right and be someone there for you. She's very dramatic about some things right now, but she'll grow out of it. It'll pass, please, Jesus. Okay, and then the next one?
Our oldest daughter is Hannah, and she's 17.
Hannah's 17. Very wonderful heart and has a vision for so much stuff and outgoing, very lovely heart. And I see some travel overseas for her. I don't know what that means, and that's important to her. But she's got a good heart. She's very soft-natured. Unfortunately, she's gullible, and you can't tell her. She won't listen to you, but she'll have to bump her head. There's nothing else you can do. Get a little hurt. Okay, so what do you do, sir?
Vocationally, I'm a professor at a university.
What do you teach?
I teach in a business school. My field is sport business.
Sport
business, yeah.
You're a very complex and interesting man anyway. Just there's not much you can't do. It depends where your interest goes and what you want to do at the time. And that's where that boy gets it from, is when you do something, it's very intense. It's all or nothing. It's like nothing else exists. When you take on something, some interest, then for months it's all that is in your mind. It's all you talk about. You're not going to change that. That's who you are. And I'm glad that you serve God, and it comes fortunately for you from your bloodline, because someone prayed an awful lot for you. You wouldn't even be serving God wasn't for that. I mean, you'd have all kinds of other interests, but this person prayed for you painfully to their hurt, because to nights through they prayed that God, they petitioned God, and they rescued you from some unusual decision making that you would have made otherwise. Because you weren't always sure. He's just like him. You're very much like that boy. You weren't always sure what you want to do. But here you are. And so God is knocking on your door. He wants to show himself on a new level to you, that you may know him. That you may know him. And what do you do, ma'am?
Pretty much a stay-at-home mom.
Pretty much stay at home. You actually have a wealth on the inside of you. So much to offer. And he loves you very much. You've been an excellent wife, there's no question. But as long as he knows, he doesn't know all of you, doesn't know what you're capable of. Doesn't know how much you have inside of you. There's nothing you can't do either. Depends where the need is. You've never had the drive. And the season has come as your children start growing up and start getting where they won't need you, where you're going to find a whole new line of work to do. Because you are You are a fighter for the underdog. You're the person that will get the thing done because you gather information, you weigh things up carefully. I love the way you don't panic. I love the way that you calm in the strangest storms. I'm not like that. I try very hard, but he's very calm. He's the most patient person. When someone messes up and breaks his car or damages, he's very calm. Why did you do that? How did you give me back my keys? You're not driving the car again. And he says, oh, it's not your. His daughter just smashed the tires yesterday. It was yesterday before. And he said, well, I got to get those tires fixed for you. I said, don't give a damn car to her. It's my grandchild. And, she's only 16. She shouldn't be driving his truck anyway. That's what I think. But but he's very calm, and I'm not. But you that way. You have a great command about you, and you don't panic. You're very clear in your decision making. You may panic later, but at the time you're pretty calm. And that's how you are. You're a wonderful lady. You have a great wisdom. God has called you to become a divine counselor. He wants to use you in the kingdom of God to help steer people. But you have great wisdom. You just haven't done it because you're married to a little boy genius here. So he's always got all the limelight. But the fact is if you weren't married to him, you would have all the limelight because you'd really have a gift from God of wisdom and counsel. You do. And your time is coming. And it's at the door. Be careful for the Ishmael of an offer to leave here and go somewhere else with a better position and more, what seems it's not the plan of God. For some reason, God wants you still to stay here and be wise. Here. You could have gone higher, made more money, have been exposed to more friends. There's a lot of pluses, but it's only an Ishmael, not the Isaac. God's ways are very different to ours. So what's his name?
Gavin.
Gavin. Gavin. So let me see now. Where's your wife now? Where's your parents? So your dad has hair. Okay, you're going to get your mother's chromosomes, your grandpa's hair. That's the hair you're going to have. So you don't have to worry about looking like dad.
Dang.
That's what you're going to look like. You'll look just like that. So how old are you now?
13,
You're a teenager.
sadly.
Did you say sadly?
He sure did.
What? That's ridiculous. No boy's like that. Mommy's boy. Suck it up, boy. Suck it up. Doesn't he go hunting and killing animals like his... He does. And you like all that?
Yes, sir.
So what do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be a pastor.
Yeah, that's what he just said. He said he's going to be a pastor. Just told me now, right?
Yeah, that's what he told me too.
Oh, he told you. Okay, I thought you were getting a word for him. You're definitely going to work in the church, there's no question, and especially with the youth, when the time has come, the youth pastor. But you're very different in technique and approach, even the way you talk, different to your mom or your dad. You love your mom, and she's outgoing, but you're not like that. You're not that comical. You're just not. It's not the way God made you, and it's not like your dad, the way your dad thinks either. You've got a very unique way, and you almost have... in fact, it's so strange to me because you're very strict about some things. You just have no tolerance with certain things. This gets on your nerves if it's not this way, and so you run a tight ship. And that's God uses. The thumb doesn't look like my finger, but it's important for my hand. Every part has a role to play, and God made you that way for a reason. Your greatest strength is the loyalty you have in your heart. If you commit yourself, your words are very true. You will be the most remarkable person in this church when it comes to making a promise or keeping a word. And you're not going to date a bunch of girls. You're so loyal by nature. You're very careful. And I pity the girls that do date you because you have such a strict way of relationship, and things have to be a certain way. And so the wife that God's picked for you is perfect in everyone. Guys will be almost inseparable, and you'll run a tight ship there too. God give her grace. So,
And make her like his boss.
what?
Make her like me so she'll want to be around me and not hate me.
If anyone doesn't like you, they're not normal. Because you're adorable. I keep want to take your cheek and go, you're so cute. Yeah. Usually a comical, humorous way like yours is a cover-up, usually. for something else. It's a deflective from what people don't see what's going on, but not with you. You just have a very light heart and you're happy easily. You can get serious, but you have a very light heart. So it's a gift from God. You're most unusual in many ways. So you have a good heart, good spirit. You are smart. You're not lazy to learn. My difficulty is that you're hard on yourself. If a thing doesn't come easier, then you're going to be frustrated. You need not to don't do that. You need to find a healthy balance with all those things, because you're not going to master everything. You're going to master some things. Find what you're good at and stay with that. Can you do that for me?
Yes,
But you'll be youth pastor. And for some reason, I keep seeing a guitar hanging around your neck. And it's like you're leading the youth, and you work part of the youth band and singing. And it's not something that singing is not your big thing. But you'll be playing the guitar. That's what I'm saying. Singing. You got anything for him? No? Make something up. How old are you, Deklan?
12.
12 years old. And what do you want to do with your life?
I want to be a hepatologist whenever I grow
A
up.
what?
A hepatologist.
I don't know what that is.
A person that studies snakes and reptiles.
Are you on medication? Is that what's? Are you on drugs? Where did you get that idea? Who told you that? Who did you get that idea? You couldn't possibly know about that. Do you like snakes or what? Do you like snakes?
The school, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that in Texas we have a sport, a competition, where people have to catch rattlesnakes with their bare hands? They put their they do really. They put their hands into the crevice and pull them out. That's all part of the competition. They actually breed the snakes and put them out in the wild for that purpose. Rattlesnakes. And these guys, I've seen photographs of them. They have damaged hands from the poisons and things. It's a crazy sport. If they think that's bad, they have churches. They have churches where they bring the snake out. Did you know that?
We know that.
South Carolina? where if you're spiritual, the snake won't harm you and that kind of thing. That is so bizarre to me. I'm not coming. Deklan, you definitely have a gift with animals and interest in those things. Whether it be snake, I don't know. I've doubt about that. But you definitely going to work with animals, and you just are weird, period, in so many ways. But you've got a wonderful heart. You really have. You're a very good friend. If someone has a friend in you, they have a friend for life. You're just a very good guy all round. And what I like about you is you just got such a spirit of courage, and you're so loyal of heart. You've got a very noble heart, really good heart. But you'll work with animals for sure. And God's given you a very unusual wife. Very well. You're one that God's put aside for you as a real character in so many ways. So opposite to you, but so much fun. You also like to collect every piece of junk you can imagine. It's imagine.
Oh, I went in the woods and pulled out like a lawnmower that my uncle had in a. I have like so much scrap metal, and I have a mailbox that was my uncle's.
I can't imagine what your room looks like though. Every little artifact thing is. I don't do clutter. It makes me crazy.
Gavin and Judah, we spent
What's that?
3 hours outside just digging a hole out of like my ancestors' junk and just like.
You might want to get him
bottles.
therapy, I think. You got anything for him? Thank you, Eric.
Declan, right? Mm-hmm. What a great name. Who came up with the name? It's cool. It's an interesting name. I'm not sure what it means, but Declan, what I heard that you're definitely going to prosper. You're not lazy. You're a gift. You're a gift to your dad and mom, and you'll be blessed. You'll be a light and a lighthouse to many people. You have a gift of, I believe, of spirit of evangelism with that courage that you'll just be very bold. So just like the courage and the bravery of working around snakes, you'll work around people, and you'll be a light to them. And you'll bring great joy to your dad and mom.
One more, and then I'm going to go rest. Malia? Malia.
Malia.
Okay. Malia. We know another Malia. It's a pastor in Pikeville, Kentucky. Pikeville. All right. So, Malia, how old are you?
I'm 12.
12. It's all the same age group. 13, 12, right? And so, what are you planning on doing with your life?
I don't really know. Just wherever God takes me.
Whatever God takes. There's a medical call in your life for sure. You have the medical industry, and I'll tell you why, for several reasons. You're very smart, you learn very well, you remember things well. The second thing is you're very calm under pressure, and you act fast. You can act very fast. And the third thing that's very important, you like to help people. What I don't like is you always like to be right. You don't like to be wrong. That's going to get you a lot of trouble in the job that God's got planned, because if you're going to argue about what you believe the cause of diagnosis or whatever it is, because you just know you have to be right and you have to win the game and you have to, it's who you are in that way, just a strong, and it's really, it has this foundational root in your leadership skill. You're a natural leader, you're very smart, your great gift is right here. You're very, very smart. And your brain works in such a way that you're very methodical and you remember things methodically. And you go through phases where you do well at school and not so well, but you need to focus because you're supposed to be a very prime student, so that when the time comes, going to college to learn in the medical industry will be free. They'll hand it to you. Do you understand that? And you're going to help a lot of people, save a lot of people's lives.
It makes
Can
me
we do that?
happy. Yeah.
All right, totally. When it comes to relationships, you're a bit tough. I need you to be a little more gracious and tolerant because you do everything so well. And you just don't have tolerance for people that are not as capable as you are. You have no mercy for them. You need to be a little kinder to them that are not as good as you. But you're smart and you're good at everything you do. Show them a little kindness. Can we do that? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you, Princess.